Hi there, welcome back to the cordless vacuum guide, and in this review, we'll be looking at the Roomba 694, one of iRobot's latest releases, and one of their least expensive robot vacuum options. This variant is part of iRobot's 600 series line, and to be specific, a refreshed option with some cosmetic tweaks. But this variant is the same product as the other 600 series models with the same motor, battery, and brush layout underneath. Looking at Amazon, this variant is one of the more popular budget robot vacuums with a crazy number of reviews. This is a huge reason why I purchased one, and I'll share the good and bad in this review. The Roomba 694 is iRobot's current budget flagship option, if that makes sense. If you look at iRobot's website, it's the face of their entry-level line. This model is the same product as a 692, and one difference could be the accessories out of the box. The Roomba 694 comes with an extra filter, but that's about it. It retains the same round frame as older 600 series models like the 675 and 690, but with a refreshed face. One significant change with the 694 is it doesn't have this handle found in the older variants. It may or may not be a big deal depending on your home and preference. It can be a nuisance for consumers with multi-level homes since the handle makes it easier to move it around different levels. But it boils down to your preference, whether you want the convenience of the handle or not. Underneath, the 694 retains the same layout as the older 600 series options with a single side brush and a counter-rotating brushes. These brushes are quite effective at picking up both surface and embedded debris, which is a big reason why it's so popular. And this brings me to the first thing I like about this product, its cleaning performance. Despite the low airflow, the Roomba 694 picks up reasonably well. The eye test shows that it vacuums debris at a high rate thanks to the counter-rotating brushes and dirt detect. Dirt detect is an acoustic sensor underneath the brushes that detect dirt by monitoring noise levels. The sensor fires if it detects more noise and tells the robot to do extra passes. It's a patented technology, so you won't see it in other brands. The cleaning test scores aren't great, not because of a lack of agitation, but because of the random pattern and the fast spinning side brushes, which I'll discuss in the things I don't like section. The next thing I like is the above average dustbin capacity at 600 milliliters. It's one of the largest in the robot vacuum industry, and the wide opening makes it easy to empty and clean. Since it uses a weak motor, it isn't very noisy, only maxing out at 65.6 decibels. The random navigation may be inefficient, but it's thorough. You could see in this clip that the Roomba 694 picked up most of the debris after the first run. It wasn't a perfect run as it left debris on several areas. I did another run and it picked up what's left, but it's a good example of the 694's inefficiency and thoroughness. Run the 694 long enough, and you'll eventually get to most of the areas. Lastly, for the pros is the app. There's nothing special with the app as it provides only basic features, but it allows consumers to access the robot even remotely outside the home. Consumers can set schedules once per day, and one underrated benefit is it shows consumers specific errors and how to address these issues. Despite all the positives, there are cons with this robot that you need to know about, and I'll start with navigation. The Roomba 694 has what iRobot calls adaptive navigation, but don't mistake this for a smart navigating robot. It has standard robot vacuum sensors like cliff and bumper sensors, but it moves around randomly. It's smart enough to cover most of the spots, at least in this small room. However, it's not smart enough to clean multiple rooms efficiently. In fact, I wouldn't recommend you using this robot to clean a whole level. The best utilization would be on a per room basis. Another downside with the random navigation is it will miss spots, as you'll see in this coverage test. The fast spinning side brush will scatter debris and is a huge reason why the cleaning test scores are lower. The round frame makes it challenging for the 694 to clean edges, as it left this much after the run. Also, this robot isn't very good with hair. I tried it on 5 and 7-inch strands, and it only got 51 and 32% respectively, with most of it on the brushes. So I don't recommend this robot for cleaning long hair or pet hair. Lastly is the short runtime at only 90 minutes. All 600 series robots use iRobot's 1800 mAh lithium-ion battery. So it's a small capacity than let's say a Roborock that uses a larger capacity battery. The smaller battery means it won't run as long, plus it doesn't have recharge and resume, so once it docks, it stays there until you press the clean button again. The Roomba 694 is a decent budget option, but with only basic navigational features. It lacks the VSLAM of the higher-end I and J series or even the gyroscopes of the i3. So don't expect it to navigate efficiently like those robots or have advanced features like selective room cleaning. It's a basic robot that pinballs around, then goes back to recharge after a specific period. This robot isn't ideal for cleaning larger spaces with multiple rooms, but it will work well if you ask it to vacuum a smaller space at a time. One huge benefit of purchasing an iRobot product is the sheer availability of parts. You can easily purchase stuff like batteries, brushes, even obscure parts like a side brush motor, which bodes well long term. Sure, there may be issues like the side brush gathering debris, but that won't be a problem for stuff like dust. If you've made it this far, I'd like to say thank you for hanging around. And consider giving this video a thumbs up if it's been helpful to you. Subscribe and hit the bell icon to get notified when I publish new reviews like this. Links are in the description for more information. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.